Jesus H. Christ. Girl. Are you fixed up?
It has been 3 weeks.
Well, you look very...
Thank you. I've had no work done.
Tight and full.
No. In fact, I think I probably have done more damage to myself than I have done good.
Not been putting on the sunblock, huh?
No, I do sunblock.
Okay.
Do you do sunblock every day?
Yes, every day.
I try, but I forget.
Well, I put on a moisturizer every day, and it has 30 in it. So.
I don't do that every day either. I forget.
I have to. I'm a Jew. I have really sensitive skin. Anything makes me itch. Like I'm itching right now because I think it was fabric softener or something.
Really?
Itching, yeah.
See, I do not have sensitive skin.
Oh, I do.
No.
Right?
I do not have sensitive skin.
Well, even this that I have on right now, I just want to go like this to my face. Every Thursday when we do this, that's what I'm feeling.
Yes, yeah.
Well, you look great. The wig looks cute.
Thank you.
The eyelashes look amazing.
Well,
right? Wait.
You know, I literally have not done drag. I really have not done drag. So
was the last time when you were with Benny on the show? Was that?
No, I had done. That was on Thursday.
Right.
I did drag on that next day on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to Palm Springs.
Oh yes, we want to hear about that.
So that was that was boring. I did a show out there for the rodeo.
Okay.
Which was lovely. The show was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But a new bar that I'd not been to, Studio 110, 111.
Oh, so not at Dinks, your favorite place?
No. It was at another one. It was at
or Diggs or whatever.
I think that's what it was. Have you heard of it? Studio 111? I think that's what it was. It could be 110.
110?
No.
Palm Springs.
Yeah, I don't know. It was cute. It was a cute little loungy bar. I would probably go back there. I liked it. It was very sweet. And so I did the show, and I wasn't feeling very good. You know, because I was sick before that.
Yes, I've been telling you go to the doctor.
Yeah, right. And I tried twice.
You tried.
I'm not a fan of doctors.
We low.
So I, felt better. And I think that's really was a lot of this little round of, thing that I got. Because, I'm a very busy person.
Yes.
So every time I just remotely, even in my mind, thought that I felt better, I just would go gung-ho again.
Right.
And then that would last for like 2 days, and then my body was like, wrong.
No.
Back down. So I went to Palm Springs and did the show on Friday, and then I had a meeting on Saturday. By the time I got out of the meeting, I felt so horrid. I mean, like horrid. That I went and met some friends for dinner, and then as soon as I got done with dinner, I drove home because I just wanted to be at home in my bed. And then I literally did not get back out of bed until I guess I got out of bed last Thursday.
Yeah, last Thursday, because that's what you had said. You're like, this is the first day that I'm feeling human.
Yeah, and I'm not putting on makeup. Like,
right,
no.
Won't do it.
Yeah, so I didn't. So, yeah, it was really bad.
So I had Paris here, and she was fabulous.
I watched.
She was fabulous.
She can talk.
That girl can talk.
Oh, my
We
God.
thought you could talk, and she could outdo that.
She could talk. And she needs to eat.
She needs to eat.
She's a skinny little bitch. I'm like, I don't understand. When I sit in that chair, you can't see the thighs.
Well, her hair was clearly...
Clearly, they brought in a bigger chair for her.
Yeah, she's a little teeny tiny girl.
Yeah, she is.
No, she was fun. I had a great time with her. You had a good time with Benny when I was gone.
Yes, I did. Benny is a crack on me. And Ricky is still talking to me, so that's good.
So that's good.
And after that show, he never talked to either one of us again.
That's it.
So he's
God damn it.
So that's good, yes. And then I went to the river. As soon as I felt better, I went to the river.
I'm surprised that that's not where you're getting sick all the time.
You know what? Actually, I think, honestly, that I felt better out there than I have felt
here in San Diego.
So, I mean, maybe I'm turning into one of those old people. You know the old people that have to move to the desert?
Right. To get away from all the pollen and shit?
So that they can start breathing better. I'm thinking that could be me.
Huh. Well, I was actually telling, I don't know if it was Frank or if it was Kurt, I think it's something in your house.
You know, it could be. I was thinking about that too.
Maybe you have something in the walls or some.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't have mold or anything.
No, not mold, but like I don't know. Maybe it's. I mean, you have an old house.
No. I ripped all the walls out. I redid my house.
Well, there's something in that damn house making you sick.
It could be. It could be.
Because I just want you to feel better.
I do feel good.
Good.
I feel good now.
Good.
Yes. So you want to hear something gross about feeling better? You know, because I had a sinus infection. Is what
Right.
So I tried to go to the doctor twice. Both times I was like, yeah, no, I don't even feel good enough to go to the doctor. This thing didn't happen.
I'm sitting in bed.
So, you know, I have my neti pot, which I love my neti pot. I love it, love it, love it. I love my neti pot so much that like 2 years ago, I got the pulsating neti pot, which is like the water pick for noses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is industrial strength. It is serious neti potting. So when I was sick, it's gonna get good. You're gonna love this. So so I'm sitting there and I don't feel good and I'm like I can feel myself, build back up. So I go in and I take my little, pulsating neti pot and I, fill it up, put the saline in it, and I'm leaning over the sink and I pop it in my nose and I push the little button and it goes, and I'm like, so I stop and I look, because I was like, well, that wasn't long enough, that was like, boom. And so I, hit the button again and it squirts. I'm like, oh, it's working. Put it back in my nose. I'm like, Nick, and then stop. I'm like, what the hell? So I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. So I put it in this side. It went, and then all of a sudden, are you ready?
Oh no!
It's good. I hope you're enjoying your dinner.
Oh God!
This golf ball size rock of mucus pops out of my nose and drops. And I look at it and I'm like, what the hell? Like that. And so I was like, well, shit. All of a sudden my head went boom. This was on Wednesday that this all happened. Oh my God, my head like this and this, like it was this and this fast. Felt so good, like I had felt so clear, and you know what I'm saying? And then next thing, whamming headache, like someone had just went boom right in my head. It was furious. But you know what? After that,
you were fine.
I was fine. But that sucker, I mean, it was.
Why didn't you take a fucking photo and post it?
Oh.
Because that's what I want to see.
It was like, no. It was good. It was really good.
Oh shit, girl.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I felt better, and
And now you're
off to the river I went.
There you go.
And you know who I hooked up at the river at? With?
Who?
Well, let me tell you, because I had the best weekend out there. It was so much fun. Well, I love it.
Well, yeah.
I love.
Because you take
I took my jet ski.
Yeah.
Out there, I hooked up with Callie's husband.
Oh yeah.
Greg and their son Cameron. And some other friends, Katie and Diane, and Christine and Yori and James and my friend Bruce.
Shout outs.
And yeah.
Lovely.
Oh my God, it was so good.
When you go out there, what is the minimum amount of time you'll stay? Will you just go for an overnight or no? Like go for one day or whatever?
I have, but you figure it takes 3 hours to drive there.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what doesn't make sense? We were actually all talking about this because it really does not. It logically does not make sense. It is true, but it logically does not make sense. Mm-hmm. It takes 3 hours to drive there from from my house to get there. It's 3 hours.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if I stop or I don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I stop along the way, for whatever, if I stop to get gas, if I stop to, get food, if I, stop at the Walmart to get stuff, to take up there. Or if I don't stop at all and I just drive directly there, it takes 3 hours. It logically does not make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. So do you think you're speeding up a little bit more to make up for the time of all the stops if you do?
I don't know, but that's what everyone, that's what we were talking about, because they were saying it doesn't matter if they stop or they don't stop. It takes the same amount of time.
Right.
Which doesn't make sense.
But when you go up there, you tent it.
No.
But there
It's
is
100. Well, last weekend it was 105 degrees.
right.
This weekend it's going to be 116.
Ooh, no. Hell.
And then I'm going to be out there in 3 weeks. Well, for Pride, I go out there when it's Pride weekend here.
You go out there,
to the river. And so we were looking at the forecast, and the weekend before that, it's supposed to be anywhere between 117 and 121.
No.
So you figure, unless they have a massive cool down that week, that is going to be about the average of what it will be.
Oh my God. Could you imagine having to do drag out there?
No.
No.
Well, inside in the trailer,
Well, sure.
But they do it in Phoenix. I mean, there are drag queens in Phoenix and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be living in Phoenix.
Well, I must move to Phoenix. What I think would be a hard time to do drag, and I've said this before, I think the heat is miserable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's doable. I think it's more doable to do drag in the heat than it would in the snow. I couldn't imagine living in Minnesota or
And having to do this show in the middle of December.
Yeah, when it's snowing.
You'd be like,
Yeah, no. I think that would be worse. I mean, you couldn't wear heels. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to wear those hideous, ugly boots, snow boots.
Yeah.
And you totally have to cover yourself up. So the girls would be all unhappy. So yeah, no, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, you're a heat girl.
I think that would be worse.
But even still, it's got to be cold somewhere where you can get ready because
well, that's why I have an air conditioner in my...
Well, exactly.
And Alaska, I think it would be hard to be a drag queen in Alaska. Especially during the summer. Not because it gets hot, but because the sun stays up. You know what I'm saying? So when you're out...
You're just out.
You're out.
Yeah.
So you go out to the bar, and then you leave the bar at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're looking glamorous and you really want it to be dark.
Right.
And the sun, when you leave the bar, is up. And everyone's like, oh, that's not pretty.
No kind of large shades are going to hide all of that shadow.
No. That reminds me of a time, years ago, I went up to Shishi LaRue's birthday party, and it was very fun. But her parties, they go on all night. And, where we were, it was dark inside and stuff, and we were partying and carrying on. I was ripped up drunk. I mean, it was crazy. And I was staying on, now I can't think of the name of that hotel. The one with the door, the Ivy? No, it's not the Ivy.
Coral Sands, bro.
No.
Coral Sands.
The Motel 6.
La Cienega. San Vicente.
But it was a very nice hotel. And when I
left, the Mondrian.
The Mondrian.
There you
when
go.
I left the party, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and the sun was up, and I had been partying all night. I was not glamorous by no means.
I'm sure.
I mean, I'm sure there was parts of my makeup that was missing. You know what I'm saying?
And when you go out at night, you don't necessarily take your sunglasses with you.
No, you do not. And it's, Shishi LaRue, so I was dressed like
Right. Could have been up on Hollywood Boulevard.
I clearly was not wearing a ball gown, you know what I'm saying? And that, was back when I was skinny and wear, short, cute things. And so when I got back to the hotel, there's all these people that are, down in the lobby checking out and going to breakfast and stuff. And I'm walking in like the last whore that they just kicked off Sunset Boulevard.
That's the photos we need for Facebook.
Yeah, talk about a throwback Thursday.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Christy, another story about Sunset, and then I know we got to take a break.
Yeah.
Only because she's here. Summer Meadows. Years ago, we were at I think we wasn't it a coronation when we caused that accident? We were at a coronation in Santa Monica Boulevard, and we had gone outside, and we were standing on the street, because I think I was probably smoking, and there was like only 3 of us. It was like Summer and me, and I think it was Sydney.
I don't remember, I was drunk.
Yeah, there was somebody else. And we're standing there in the street. Now, we are not dressed like streetwalkers because we're at a coronation, so we were all regal. And I think she might have been the Empress at the time, so I think she had the big, crown on. Well, we all had crowns on, but I think she was wearing the big crown. And we're all sitting there, and this car comes by, and the guy is just like this as he's driving. He's just, and he full on, there's a car that stopped in front of him. He full speed, no brakes, no nothing, just slammed into the back end of this car. Oh my God. And the 3 of us were like, oh, he's fine.
Back before camera phones, because that would have been the best.
And then how was he going to explain that to his insurance person?
Right.
There were 3 drag queens wearing crowns. Yeah, I think it was before all phones.
Hey, yeah, one of you guys could have made some money, maybe. Shit.
Oh God, I don't know. Yeah, those were the good old days.
We love the good old days. That is a nice little throwback. I want some photos of Summer Meadows to post on the.
I got a good one of Ophelia eating somewhere. I just got.
Oh no!
Shut up. Shut up. I know exactly what photos she's talking about. And it is bad every time it comes out.
We need to put some of those photos on our Facebook page.
We don't need to put any of those.
Okay.
Christina, every once in a while, will throw a photo on Facebook. And I'm like, bitch.
Why?
Like, why? Like, why are you doing this to me?
The ones where you look like you have a spiral perm?
Yeah, those.
Oh my God, those are the best. Yeah. I always love those.
Those are
I
do like my curly hair, but yeah. No. She has some very scary ones. Clearly, we have a new bartender that's
clearly.
Oh, what the hell's happening?
They clearly don't care about us anymore.
We're gonna have to take a break and find out what the hell is going on
until our 5 o'clock shots come. I'm going to do a filibuster until we get our 5 o'clock shots.
Okay. You go, Wendy Davis.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Oh my God, I love her. She's epic.
I can see him working on our 5 o'clock shot.
I think I see him too.
He's so damn cute. I wonder if he's wearing underwear.
I know. God, he's so licious.
Oh my God. And he's like 12.
Yeah, well.
I always feel like.
I will keep my comments to myself. Definitely is not a thing.
Woof.
But no, but you don't want to tell us now as he's handing you a shot?
Right.
Oh, yeah, he's hot.
There he is.
Are you wearing, you're not wearing any, why don't you wear anything tight for me anymore?
These are tight.
Yeah, but you pull your shirts down now when I'm around.
Get a little closer, Daddy.
I took my underwear off.
You did? No, oh my God.
He's wearing a jock just for us.
How old are you?
17.
Yeah.
Word.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You can't say that here. Edit.
Ooh, I forgot something.
Oh, Lord. Now we can take a break. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. We're back.
Thank God, because if I had to listen to Producer Kurt anymore.
I love that you call him Producer Kurt.
Isn't she a producer emeritus?
The bitch is emeritus now because she hasn't been around forever, for eons. She's just coming out of the cave that she lives in, which is all the way in like East County or some shit.
I think I've driven her there a couple of times.
Oh yeah. I don't even know. It's like way far away.
Yeah.
It's hard getting you to stop and then go automatically to the naval base.
Yeah, that's true. The Navy base is kind of close.
Got it.
And it's very close to Mama's Kitchen.
Yes, and we've been there before. We love Mama's Kitchen. Love Mama's Kitchen.
She is so close she could walk there and volunteer.
And she should every day.
Yes.
Notice, she only walks to 7-Eleven. Says that there's no hot guys that live in her area. I would think there'd be a shit ton of straight hot daddies.
Milky Way bars. Let's get this straight. 6 different kinds of Snickers and
then I would go to
God.
7-Eleven.
Right?
That's
I
all
would
I'm
just
saying.
be careful,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Well, I'm very glad to be here with you again because I feel like I don't get to see you like ever.
Well, come out to the river.
I'm gonna have to. I told you this summer I'm going to the river with you.
I am literally, I am home this weekend, and then I am at the river the following weekend.
Because it's 4th of July, so...
Oh, no, I'll be here for the 4th of I'm sorry, so I will be here next weekend.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be here 2 weekends in a row.
Right.
And I'll be at the river for 2 weekends, and then I'll be back home, and then, change all of that.
Bitch!
I knew I was going to be gone next weekend. So I will be here this weekend. And then next weekend, on Saturday afternoon, I'm driving out to Palm Springs.
Okay.
So I'll be in Palm Springs Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then I will be home, the following weekend, I will be out in the river. And then the following weekend after that, I will be out at the river. And then I will be home for 2 weekends, and then I will be back out at the river.
Okay. I'm serious. You do love you some river.
I do love being out there. It's beautiful.
So, are these all going to be Friday trips, or are you doing your third? Because I know you like to go out on Thursdays.
I usually leave Thursday afternoon.
Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I like to leave. I like to drive at night.
Okay.
I'm a night driver.
So you can do it after this because
yeah.
Producer Emeritus Kurt was just saying you needed to redo your schedule for the summer.
Yeah,
for the show.
Producer Kurt's like, you really should just do this 1 or 2 times a month.
Well, you know,
The time off.
whatever.
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna keep doing it.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Of course, Sarah can just keep doing it.
And you're going to be gone in a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying. So next week we're not doing this because it's national holiday,
It's the 4th.
and the
I'm
union
gonna
will not let us work on the holiday.
No, I will not. Because then we have to pay time and a half,
Thank you.
which is still free.
Which is still free. So we're not going to be here next week for the 4th of July.
Because you know where I'll be.
River.
No.
No.
No. The 4th of July, I go to Coronado.
Oh, that's right. With the
all-
Jaeger machine.
With the Jaeger machine and all of the military boats.
Oh,
'Cause
yes.
It's super patriotic, and I love it. If you have not, Coronado goes so, it's just over the top for the 4th of July. It's
Yes.
amazing. It's
You
amazing.
have said that it's your favorite time of the year
Right.
when you go out there, and
Yes.
they must have an amazing view. Do they have a roof?
They
something?
do,
Yeah.
yes. But I go out for the parade. I go over in the morning.
Right.
Early in the morning. Drink much?
Right.
So I go over in the morning and go over to the parade. And then, we hop from house to house and visit people. And then we end up at this one house. And they have a beautiful deck on the 3rd floor. And so it's above everything.
Right.
We watch the fireworks.
And you see everything. Yes.
We get,
See,
7 fireworks.
that sounds friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then I usually spend the night over there.
Right.
Because then coming over the bridge, and after the fireworks and everything,
Well, no. That shit is a hot mess.
Yeah.
But I do know that producer Jay said he has personally invited you to the one thing that you said you don't like to do, but you will go this year. That's what he told me.
Well, I'm not going to Pride.
No, not Pride. Fuck, we won't even be here.
No, neither one of us will be.
Neither one of us will.
Yeah.
So, fuck that.
Yeah, because you're going to be over at
I'll be in Provincetown, yes. And Paris, I just want you to know, I'm still waiting for my shirts. That's all.
She's never offered to make anything for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See you on a t-shirt.
Did you? I did not realize. I literally went home and Googled the fuck out of her, and she is fucking famous.
Yes, she is.
In the Philippines, she is like,
Yes.
she could be queen.
Yes, she could.
Oh shit, she could be
They
queen.
love their queens
Oh
over there.
my god.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Whole line stores.
Yeah.
Stores named after her. Girl. Anyway, I'm waiting for my shirts, Paris.
And you can make something for me. She
I
probably
dress, hot
doesn't make
dress and
something
stuff.
in my size. Anything over 00, she probably doesn't know how to sew.
Well, if she's gonna make me a large shirt, she can make you a larger dress. Larger than her, not me. Larger than her. She's a twig, a swizzle
Okay,
stick.
so what did Kurt invite me to that I'm going to go to that I never go to?
No, producer Jay invited you to the annual Stonewall 4th of July pool party.
Oh, I said I wasn't going.
No, he said you were gonna go.
Well, he lies.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be in Coronado.
No, it's on the 6th. It's on Saturday.
Oh, well then maybe I will go.
See?
Where is it at?
It's in Scripps Ranch.
Oh, that's far.
Oh, but it's beautiful. It's the one. It's the place I tell you about all the time that you would go and love.
Is there food there?
Oh my God, there's just so much food.
All right, then maybe I'll go.
There's beyond food.
All right, then I'll go. I'm not wearing a bathing suit.
No, you don't have to.
You know what I don't know? You know what I think is very funny, and I was talking to Christina Monet about this. It's extremely funny to me that, you know, when I go out to the river, which I do, obviously, a lot, I have no problem out there running around in my board shorts and, you know, no shirt, no... You know what I'm saying? Because out there, I know that nobody is judging me. Like, nobody. You know, like, they don't care.
No, they don't, because they're like, whatever. They're probably not even from here.
Yeah, no. Well, there are a lot of San Diego people, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're straight and, you know, whatever. They totally don't judge me. When it comes to, like, parties, you know, like here in town, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not, no, that ain't
If I know one person there,
Yeah,
that's it. I'm not going.
And, you know, I think a lot of it has to do, which I'm kind of slowly getting over, because, you know, like, really.
Right. At our age, girl?
Well, it's not even our age. It really isn't even our age. But I just think that people are a little bit more judgmental.
Well, for sure.
You know,
We talked about that last week, Parasonitis.
Yes, I watched. I think that, you know, if I was a nobody, what I'm saying,
Right, they wouldn't care.
they totally wouldn't care.
No.
Because if you really think about it, and I was talking to someone about this not too terribly long ago, if you think about it, when you go to an event, like whatever event, you know, like whatever event,
XYZ event.
you have a very, very, very small portion of people that are at the event that are gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? That they're very hot. And I actually, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine who is hot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he goes to the gym, he has the, you know, the washboard stomach.
Right. An A-gay.
He is hot. And he works at, you know, but, and I'm like, so, you know, because I was like, you are the reason that I do not go
to pool parties.
to pool parties. Like, because
You make me look bad.
I'm like,
Because the last thing you want to hear when you're at Wet n Wild on Monday is, oh, I saw you at a party.
yeah. And so we were talking, and he goes, yeah, but there's only very few of me. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
And I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? And his point was, there are, you know, when you go to a party, there are very few people gorgeous. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you have a very equally a few people that are the opposite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That are
Okay. And so then the majority of the people
fall
in
are
between.
average, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he goes, and what, you know, he's like, so you really could go and, you know, if you went around, really run around naked, you could, because what people will focus on are the small group of people that are gorgeous, and the small group of people
that are so not gorgeous.
or that are, you know, that are wearing something that they shouldn't be wearing, or, you know, naked when, I don't want to say they shouldn't be naked, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That are not.
Well, but that's a super duper truth that he said. And I mean,
and I had not really thought about that.
Is he a humble guy?
Super.
Okay.
You know, but he also said is that, you know, it's also weird for him. You know, like, he does what he does because he enjoys doing it.
Correct.
And he does it because he wants to look good, and you know what I'm saying?
And he's on display.
No, yeah, but that's why he feels uncomfortable about it.
Right.
He doesn't do it to be on display. He does it because he enjoys it. But then, you know, he's like, really, if you think about it, I am more self-conscious than you should be.
Because they're nitpicking every app.
Yeah, they're not going to be looking at you.
Right.
Which I'm like, really?
Really? No, but they're going to be listening for the voice.
Yeah. And I go, but then he agreed with me that I fall into a subcategory that because I am a personality.
Right. Right.
That, that I have, that there is that.
Right.
So then I'm like, well, it's too late for me just to be average. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. So maybe you'll be able to hang out with that little,
I need to find my niche.
You need to find your
I need
niche.
to find my niche.
Well, you could always show up in a two-piece and,
Oh, yeah, because that would not...
and a sarong.
That would not be glamorous. Yeah.
I'm sure Summer Meadows could hook you up with the...
Yeah, but then I say stuff like that all the time. Then, when I do go to parties, it's funny to me that, I do go to parties, and I really do feel, which I need to, clearly work on, I really do feel that, people instantly recognize me, or that people know who I am. And I feel like everyone's judging me when I'm not, done up.
Right.
And what is so funny is that when people find out that I was at the party, and they never even had a clue that I was ever even at the party.
Right.
After the fact, they're like...
That's why I have always wanted you to go to one of Gary's parties.
Well...
Because if there is a party that you are going to appreciate and love and have fun at, that's the party it's going to be.
I'll go.
Food. That's all I have to say.
Okay, I'll go.
Food.
Because I
Good.
like to eat. So people can get married.
Yes. Oh my God.
Not yet.
Not yet.
25 days.
We have, they have the time to lift the stay, and of course it's going to be about 25 days, 25 to 30 days. So, but yes, and our Attorney General, Kamala Harris. I mean, yesterday was a huge day.
Right.
Did you go down to any of that?
I did not go to anything.
But you watched the news.
I was at work. I worked, and then I watched the news.
It was.
And then I had to go home because Big Brother started, which we're going to talk about. But.
Well, see, here's the thing. I was going to text you before we even got here. We cannot talk about Big Brother because
no,
I was not able to watch it last night.
You are a little fucked because, of course, I'm talking about
I am
Big Brother.
totally fucked.
Yes,
I read the whole People magazine and everything. Oh my God, I'm so pissed off.
Anyway, so go ahead.
It was insane yesterday at the center. It was insane. It was fantastic. Just like when they repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I mean, there was a shit ton of people at the center, and everybody was, champagne and cake and the whole 9 yards. We had great speakers, and you know how Dolores is. Chop, 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 chop. Get through those speeches. 25 minutes. That's it. I don't want to hear no more. And that's how it was. And it was great. It was really, really great.
Did Nicole talk?
No, she wasn't even there.
How was the voice? How was the people not heard? She wasn't there to talk.
Well,
Harvey Milk Diner.
she'll be eating at Harvey Milk Diner every day. Can we talk about that for a second?
Oh, hot mess.
Stop it.
Hot
No, you stop it.
The lady is a hot mess. And hot mess. I mean, I have to tell you, I don't know anything about it, but the name alone turns me off so much that I probably will never go.
Really?
Just by the name.
Why is that?
Pick a fucking name for a restaurant. Don't piggyback off of something that you have nothing to do with. And because it's Hillcrest, that you want to come up with a Harvey Milk restaurant? Harvey Milk is not involved in this, nor I believe is his family involved in it. So come up with a name, have a restaurant, make food that's good, that anyone will go to, and get over it. Bullshit. But that's all I have to say about it.
That's all I'm saying. Coming soon to Hillcrest.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard the name, I was like, well, I am not going there.
Oh, Lord.
And it's not like it's going to be a big old loss, because I don't go to City Deli now, so it's not like...
Yeah, I haven't eaten at Shitty Deli and I don't even know how long.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no.
Whatever.
I just think that it is... I just find it offensive. Really, I do. I find it offensive. So... And I don't even know who's involved in it. So I don't care if I piss somebody off right now. I really don't.
Hey, praise.
Might as well name it I'm a Big Old Fag Restaurant. Come and eat me.
Rosa Parks Diner.
Okay. I mean,
Caesar Chavez Taco Stand.
Hey, he already has a street. Oh wait, we have a Harvey Milk Street.
yeah, we do have a Harvey Milk.
I always keep forgetting about it.
Yeah.
No taco shop.
Maybe they, maybe they, the Caesar Chavez can pull up a little taco cart right in front of the Harvey Milk, and then we can have a Rose Park. Yeah, I'm just.
Oh my god. This will totally be on LGBTweekly.com, I'm sure.
It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous.
Oh, but there is one thing that has happened in the course of time that we haven't seen each other in
What?
4 or 5 weeks.
What?
Oh shit, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Because you're getting old.
Seriously,
You are.
very much
I will
getting
tell
old.
you that I was very excited about DOMA. I was more excited about DOMA
Then Prop 8.
than Prop 8, which I've said for a long time.
Everybody said it was going to be punted, dismissed, kicked back.
Yeah, but and it was kickback, but it was kickback in a way that said, look, this is not legal, what you're doing. You need
Right.
to make it, equal, which is really what it's all about. And what it really said is, because like right now, if you get married in one of the states that you can get married in, it's still not recognized legally. So what this is saying is that you will still be recognized legally married no matter where you are.
Correct.
And I think that speaks volumes, because really what that is going to do is make it harder for states not to allow gay marriage. So I think that was, to me, that was more powerful
Right.
and more important than the Prop 8. Not that the Prop 8 was not important, because the Prop 8 was important.
Right.
And I'm glad that got, that passed, and that, people can get married now. But I think that the DOMA, which I have said for a while, I've said for a while, the DOMA
Until it's federal, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't, yeah.
Until it's federal, and now that it's federal, one of the biggest things, and we have a lot of military friends, their benefits are going to be recognized for their spouses and partners, depending on the state that they're living in.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, that is what it was about.
Exactly.
And-
that is what is important.
And so we've got 29 states that don't recognize or have yet to have any sort of involvement or
Right.
in terms of same-sex marriage.
But-
And I hate calling it that, but whatever. Marriage. That is the next fight.
Right.
Right? The next
Well,
fight.
and ultimately it will make it harder.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because what the Supreme Court has said is, this is discriminatory to say that one group cannot get married, and that that will then be a lawsuit. And so it's sad that that's what it would have to do. But so no, I thought that was much more. I thought that was much more powerful.
Right.
And that's what I was hoping. And a lot of people, I think, thought that they were going to, say that Prop 8 was, they were going to say rule the way that they did. But they were going to deny DOMA.
Right.
So I was really glad that, went through.
What have you been thinking about this whole Paula Dean nonsense going on in the...
I have to.
I mean, that is a hot mess. Too.
That is hot mess. And, okay, I've got to say this. There's so much I want to say. First of all, she's what, 60 some odd years
Something,
old.
yes. Mm-hmm.
That generation, like it or not, grew up, and I think that everyone in that generation have said it. And anyone that says that they have not used the N-word is a big fat liar. They are a huge fat liar. If I hear one more person say she needs to be responsible and own up for saying it, I want to say she did own up.
Well, that's
She owned
what I was
up
going to say. She did.
In the deposition, when they asked her the question, have you ever in your lifetime,
Right.
because that was the question,
Right.
have you ever in your lifetime used this word?
She didn't perjure herself.
No, she said yes. She answered the question honestly, she was responsible for it, and she owned up to it. And then she turned around and said, and I'm sorry. In the deposition. Now, Or she said regretfully. That's what she said. Regretfully, yes, I have used that word. Now, with that being said, I think that there are a lot of people that have said things in their youth that they probably regret.
Of course.
And I know that there are a lot of gay people, and I'm gonna take this away from the N-word, but I'm gonna
Right.
to the gay, because I'm gay and I can say whatever. I know that there are a lot of people that before they came out used a gay slur in a derogatory way to bully someone when they were younger. Now, and I know that many of those people are gay now. They've come out and they've regretted it. Now, does that make them a bad gay person because they used it derogatory way back when they were young? No. Is she a bad person because she used the N-word because she was being held up at a bank? Look, there are many times that I've called people a fag or a queer or whatever, and I don't care if they're gay or straight. There are a lot of times that I'll call a guy a girl, and I don't care if he's gay or straight. Or that I'll say bitch, or I'll say, whatever. And it doesn't matter to me if they're gay or straight. It is what we use.
Right.
People are way too over fucking sensitive in society. And we are giving words way too much power. Way too much power.
Which we have said on this show for 3 years.
Yes. And I think that the companies, because you know what? I will not watch the Food Network anymore. And all of the people that are, wanting to drop deals with her.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like all of her sponsors.
No, those are the people that I want to be like, bitches. Okay, now I think Walmart wants to drop theirs. I'm like, really?
She's made you millions of dollars.
Well, not only that, when they discriminate against women, and there are so many lawsuits against what they have discriminated against about women and minorities.
Yes.
So you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me that you're upset that she used the N-word and you want to drop your deal when you won't even put women into management. You use, that all of the accusations that are used against you, you want to do that? I'm thinking, now, I don't see a lot of people protesting Walmart for doing that, but yet they protest Target for giving money equally to, because let's not forget that not too terribly long ago, the gays didn't want to go to Walmart or didn't want to go to Target because Target gives the money to an anti-gay group.
Correct.
They're shopping back at Target. That boycott thing didn't last very long, which I said on the show that was going to happen.
Right.
So I think that people need to get over themselves. Really get over yourselves. And what I think it is, really, what I really feel that it is, what I really truly feel that it is that this society loves to tear down those that they build up.
Yes. Of course they do. We see that in the gay community all the time. All the time.
Why I don't go to pool parties.
Stop now. You're coming.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But no, it's the same thing.
No, I get
have
it.
to do it. And I think that that's what this is about. Tiger Woods. Build him up, build him. He's the greatest golfer ever, ever, ever. Oops, he had an affair, and then we're going to judge him? Really, and who are any of us to judge?
Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton had his indiscretion, and oh my God, we attacked him for 6 months a year. And guess what? He's still Bill Clinton.
Yeah, and she will still be Paula Dean, and she will still be fabulous.
Exactly.
It's just like the president's daughter who's wearing the little go-go short shorts the other day.
Oh.
Now they're all trying to go after her. Do what?
I'm talking about like Eisenhower.
Oh.
No. I'm talking about.
Was it Sasha or Malia?
I think it was Sasha.
Okay.
She was wearing some, short, Duke shorts.
Oh God.
The short.
The Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. And everyone is. Girl. Now you cannot tell me that you are going to go after this girl who was locked up with Secret Service and has no way of expressing herself, who was wearing a pair of bike shorts underneath the Daisy Dukes, when you have really some serious skanky hoes Like,
Right?
Really?
Right?
I mean, but it kind of goes back. We love to attack those that we feel are better than us. If they're worse than us, we don't need to deal with them. You know, but if we feel as a society that you are better than us, we will attack you.
Any chance we get.
Yeah. So that's what I think the Paula Dean thing's about.
Fabulous.
And Kurt is saying it should be done.
Shit.
Oh, she's all dancing around.
We're coming back after this break with some guests. We've had softball. We've had
rugby.
football.
I love me some rugby.
Have we ever had wrestling? Have we had the wrestlers on?
Well, I've wrestled, but I don't know.
Well, we're making our rounds.
Rugby's football with no pads.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's why I like lacrosse, because they don't wear pads either. Those are min-min.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I can't wait to hear about lacrosse season. It's coming up for your nephew, right? He goes back to school. All right, we're coming back and we'll have the San Diego Armada on in...
Oh my God, we're back. And the set has grown. We said it was going to grow. We have tight shirts flanking either side of us. It's like bookends. We're a library.
Are these your uniform? Are these what you wear every year? Do you share uniforms?
We actually do share uniforms. It depends on whatever position you play. So, and sometimes people have to take it off in the middle of a game and then
it's
give it
sweaty?
to whoever takes over for
So, like, if you were playing right now and you're been out playing and you're all sweaty and then he doesn't have one, you would just take your shirt off and he would just put that on?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am so going to be thinking about that later tonight.
All she ever fucking talks about is lacrosse, and now she's always rugby.
No. I've always said rugby. And the rugby, and you guys know the rugby, I have always been a supporter of the rugby.
We love the Armada.
Yeah.
Armada, we've talked about it several times.
Because I believe in real sport.
Thank you.
Thank you. And rugby is a real sport.
What's not a real sport? Golf.
Well, golf is not a real sport. But, you know,
It's
like
not a real team sport.
football, although I love football. I mean, I do love you know,
You're not going to talk shit about your football, though, are you?
I am going to say that's not a real sport because they all pad themselves up and then they go out there. It's kind of like why I like lacrosse.
Look at their
This is true. We don't have any pads in rugby either.
No, there's no pads.
Not
And
allowed.
it's like soccer.
It's kind of like
So
soccer.
how would you describe rugby? Because it's kind of a cross between.
Rugby is how soccer became football. Eventually, people were playing soccer and they decided, hey, it'd be a lot more fun if we could pick up the ball and run with it and hit people.
Yeah.
But you guys don't really kick nothing. You just run with the ball.
You can kick.
Yeah.
But
It just
like,
doesn't happen as
not a lot.
much. It's the only way you can move the ball forward other than running. So at any time you can kick the ball.
But you kind of, they want to control the
It's
ball.
easier to control it when you're holding it.
Yeah.
And you never stop. It's like fucking non-stop.
Right,
It just goes and goes and goes.
It's 2 halves, 40 minutes each, and we just keep on going. So the whole idea is to keep the ball going,
Right.
as much as possible.
And
Now that is a sport. Now
unlike
football, and I love football. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do love my football, and I love the gay like football league. We all know that.
Right.
I mean, I do. I go
Well, we're a
do it.
sponsor.
Well, I mean, above and beyond all of that, I mean, I go and watch them when
you
they're
do.
their season presented.
You
So I love.
go and watch Donald lose every game.
Yeah, he almost won. But no, but I love it. But I do love the idea of real sports, and that's kind of like why I got into lacrosse. You know, because now I'm a huge
She has a
lacrosse fan.
you have a nephew who plays lacrosse.
Yes, I do.
like, that's all we talk about.
And I have other friends that play lacrosse, so I go and watch them. I love lacrosse.
Is it just because you like the big sticks?
No. It began because, like rugby, you've seen lacrosse, I'm
Yes.
sure. Like rugby, lacrosse is a lot like rugby, and that it's constant go, and that you can hit each other, and that you're not wearing pads, and that it's, you aren't taking a break every time someone, hurts a finger, or
Falls down
Falls
on
down,
purpose
or-
or something.
there's not a lot of flags being thrown. Like lacrosse, I don't know how this is in rugby actually, but lacrosse, even if there's a penalty, the play still goes, and then, the penalty comes in
Yeah.
after
Well,
the play is done.
how do they call it if
So-
like a goal is made or whatever?
depending on the penalty, the goal is no good. And so they've got to start all over. But they still finish the play.
Well, in rugby, it really only stops very briefly if the ball goes out of the field, and then you have to throw the ball in again. And that's one of really the only times when play stops. The rest of the time, it's all movement.
Now, what about penalties?
And even during a penalty, so if you have a penalty against you and you have the ball, they'll call advantage to your team. And if you can still do well, then the penalty is if it never happened. If you don't do anything, they'll call a penalty. And then depending on the severity of it, you either get to quickly kick the ball, or you can do what's called a scrum, which is when you see the group of 16 guys kind of grab ass and huddle together, which is one of my favorite parts of the game. So I'm the guy in the very middle of that.
Yeah.
That's my position.
Patrick is a hooker.
Oh, well, thank you for saying his name because we totally haven't even introduced you guys yet. Patrick and James from San Diego Armada, which is our, do we call you the gay rugby team?
We call ourselves purposely inclusive, which basically means that we have a lot of gay guys on the team, but we also have a lot of straight guys as well.
You do actually, don't you?
We do, and we play, so we're in a gay league, the IGRAB, which is the International Gay Rugby Association and Board, so we play a bunch of games for that, but we also just play in the regular Southern California Rugby Union.
See, I think
play regular games.
That.
So,
There's, unlike flag football, there's only one rugby team here.
There's only one purposely
For your
inclusive
iGrab or
rugby team.
right, for the IGRAB, there's only one.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when you have to play people, you literally have to go kind of outside of your circle?
We focus mainly on Southern California.
Okay.
If it's for the Division 4 in the Southern California Rugby Football Union, we play about 14 games, and most of those teams are just straight teams. A lot of them are developmental like us. You know, we welcome anybody to come along and practice with us, play with us. If you've never played rugby before, we'll coach you and we'll nurture your skills and all that kind of stuff, which is exactly what happened with Patrick and I. But yeah, we do go out of San Diego, but we don't go too far normally.
Sometimes we get to go far though. So
Yes.
part of IGRAB, there's international tournaments. So there's the Bingham Cup, which last year was in Manchester, England, and we sent a group of guys there. And this coming year, it's going to be in Sydney, Australia. So we're hoping to get a group of guys for that. And then sometime they were in Seattle a couple months ago.
That's right.
For Magnitude.
Yeah, so there
we
are
need a
couple
really
of
gay name.
really big international gay rugby tournaments, and we go to those. Yeah, and they're great.
So do you guys have a season here?
Yes,
And how did that work?
our season runs from January to April, and then the rest of the time we're practicing.
So who do you play during the season?
During the season, we play teams from the Southern California division, and that will be people like teams in LA, Oceanside, Temecula, where else?
Several local ones, so Imperial Beach has a team, and as far as Apple Valley, the Apple Valley Dead Rabbits is a team that we play, so that's them in Las Vegas actually somehow is in, or used to be in our division.
Used to be,
I
but
don't
not
know
now.
what's going on with them right now.
Well, we were talking when we were on the break. I know because I've been to watch you guys play in Orange County. So you must play a lot in Orange County.
There's a lot of teams in Orange County, so which is always nice because it's sometimes you'll go and it's on the beach.
Primarily
And
straight.
they're primarily straight, so
There
which is always
We
it's
have
always
one
fun
big
for me.
rivalry. We have one big rivalry, don't we? Which is the LA Rebellion rugby team, and they are all gay.
Oh yeah, the Rebellion team. Oh, they're hot.
Yeah,
So
they're really nice guys.
So then my question is, how do the other teams that you play that are primarily straight, how do they
Receive you.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's actually been fantastic,
Yeah.
and I think sometimes they might be hesitant at the beginning, but then once we start playing and they realize that we hit just as hard as anybody else,
Yeah.
then they kind of come around and they're like, oh,
In some
You're
ways,
here to play.
actually going to play?
In some ways, it breaks down stereotypes.
Right.
Yeah.
It really helps with that. But really, like we're treated as equals, and we're out there to win, just like they are.
Well, and they do. They get shitty, bloody, and nasty, and that's what I saw when I was in Orange
Well,
County.
yeah, because it's a real sport.
I mean, and you guys think that's hot? Like when you get
Yes!
black eyes and bloody, and I'm like, damn, you need an ambulance?
I mean, there's something about the adrenaline rush when you're out on the field and you just get a really big hit at the biggest guy who's out there. I don't even know how to explain the feeling, but it's just, if I go a couple weeks without it, I kind of miss it.
Right. Now, how did you guys get involved in rugby?
Well, okay. So with me, my husband started playing a couple of years back. So I was a rugby wife for about 6 months, and eventually I just said to myself, I can't do this. I've got to play. So I decided to get my cleats on and just get out there. And the night before, I just decided I was going to do it. I signed up, paid my dues, and everything like that. And then the next day, I was playing in a game.
He sounds like he grew up on rugby.
Where are you from?
I'm from Wales.
Well, see.
So
Did he play with you? Is he on the team?
yes, yeah. He plays in the forward pack, so he's one of the big guys, and his job is basically to try and get the ball and push forward with it. I'm more of a runner on the team, so each position has slightly different ways of playing,
So you
slightly
guys
different
don't get
roles.
to compete against each other?
No.
No. See, that would be hot.
Sometimes.
And you?
Depending. I had been looking for some way to get active and just have fun and get more physically fit, and I met them at the Hole. So I just met them at a bar and was talking to them.
Because we're talking about you at the whole lot.
Yeah, we do go to the hole a lot.
And I tried it out, and I fell in love with it probably the first time that I started playing, even just touch rugby. And then I went up to Los Angeles last year for Rectacular, which is a local version of the iGrab tournaments that we play with us, Rebellion, and the San Francisco gay team. And so that was my first real game, and I think 10 minutes in I was hooked. And I just...
Did you play anything else before?
I had never played any real sports. I played a bunch of fake sports like golf and bowling. Fake team sports. They're not like team sports. It's,
Right.
there's no contact. There's...
Hey, look.
Hey, right?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, in my opinion. I mean, I am not knocking, because I do not want to knock praise. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, I don't play them. I don't play any of them. I enjoy watching all sports.
Yes, you do.
I'm a huge sports fanatic. So, I mean, I love all sports. But there are some sports that if you go down the list, there are some sports that are wimpier than other sports. And I think people would agree with me. Do you agree with me?
I would agree.
Yes.
I would completely agree.
Yeah.
Well, of course they do. They play rugby, so.
Well, no, but I mean, I think that most people would agree.
Yes.
That,
No,
I mean,
no.
it's just kind of like if you look at regular football to flag football.
Right.
People that play, real, or no, I don't want to say real football, but people that play touch football
Right.
are going to look at flag football as
Be like,
wimpy.
what the fuck is that?
You know what I'm saying?
That's like-
But I will also say that, especially in our league here, in the gay league here for flag football, there are many times that we have to remind them
It's
it is
flag.
flag football because they are into,
I've heard that they get
They get very
injured
physical,
and it
yeah.
gets very physical.
and then I enjoy that. So when I go and that happens, I enjoy that. When I used to ref, because I refed the flag football.
Okay, very cool.
I used to let them touch because I enjoy watching it.
But that's what I was going to ask, because like with softball and flag football, there's a lot of crossover. Do you have crossover from football players and...
We do, actually.
Do you?
And quite often, if they come to us, a lot of the straight guys come to us with lots of speed, and they're all about kind of running, and then they don't even look where they're passing the ball. They just want to kind of throw the ball.
Right.
And we have to almost what's the word? We almost have to basically break down that football mentality, because the thing about rugby is to keep the ball as much as possible. It's almost like you're hugging the ball,
Right.
until someone tries to tackle you. So yeah, we have to break them down a little away from the football element. So they know certain aspects of rugby, and they're usually really good players, but they're not rugby players yet.
Right.
There's subtle differences.
They are big with the jello shots, you said, as a whole. They're there every Sunday.
Well, we're there drinking every Sunday.
Well,
we're not
you
always
are there
selling.
Drinking every Sunday, and it might feel like we're
Sunday.
selling jello shots and ourselves every Sunday.
You know.
I think I've done many jello shots off of many rugby
Well,
players.
that's where I was going with this,
Yeah.
because you, unlike the rest of them, will do some things that most of them won't do.
Yes. We basically sell ourselves. And whatever it takes to make money, and it's fun.
And you've
I'm
gotta
not
make
gonna
money.
lie, it's fun. And speaking of that, we will actually be selling a couple of Jello shots very soon here. So we're going to be at this Bear Night this coming July 6th at Numbers selling, and then we will also be at the
Saturday.
Hole during Pride Weekend selling Jello shots and ourselves.
Mark your calendars. Selling themselves.
Not that they're technically selling themselves.
Well, you know.
Just
They're selling where you can do the shop price. How about that?
well, I don't want to say that either. They're selling. I don't want them to get accused of prostitution. What they are doing is they are selling these shots, and then you have options of where you may
I like the word options.
want to
It's
do
nice.
the Jello shot.
Thank you.
I tend to opt to do my Jello shots off of certain parts of bodies
The bottom, yes.
that
Well-
are offered as an option. Not that I'm paying to do the shot off of the body part.
I want to know, have you had a lot of rugby players in what and what?
I've had a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's where you would be doing it. I'm quite sure of that.
During the West Wild?
Yeah.
No. No.
She's classy.
I've done it on Sundays.
Shots are for Sundays.
Yeah, shots are for Sundays.
She wants no photo evidence.
And there are photo evidence, unfortunately.
Oh my god. So you guys are on not during the season, you're on off season right now.
We're in off season, but we do practice year round. And actually right now we're playing touch practice, which is a fantastic time for people who just want to get started. It's how I got started. So there's no contact for the most part right now. But we do have a small group of guys who play what's called Rugby Sevens, which is basically half the guys, 7 minutes a half, 14-minute games. And there's going to be a tournament July 20th up in Escondido, and then right here in Ocean Beach there's going to be a tournament July 27th that we're going to have a team at.
So it's a 14-minute game.
It's a 14-minute game total. And it's actually soon to be an Olympic sport
Yeah.
in I think the next Summer
Brazil.
Olympics.
Is it touch or not?
That's full contact.
It's full contact, but it's a lot quicker.
It goes
than
very
the
fast.
normal rugby, because there aren't that many players, so it's just different. It's a lot of fun.
But during the off season, you are still constantly recruiting.
We're constantly recruiting for new people, and everybody is always welcome at Touch, regardless of experience. I showed up one day at Touch, and you have several months to play Touch before we even start doing contact rugby, just to see if you like it, learn the basics.
And it's a great team just to participate in if you've never played rugby before, or even if you're just getting into the sport again after having not played it for a little while. We're called a developmental side, so we'll basically develop you as a player.
Which is important.
Very, very important.
If you
Because you don't want to get too hurt.
well,
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to get any serious injuries.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Slight injuries are fine.
Bruises are fine.
yeah, but I'm wondering, I mean, if you get enough guys to have, like, say, 2 teams, for instance, at least then you have people that you can always be, I guess, having your training with.
You
or-
mean like an A side and a B side?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, a lot.
Like football.
Yeah, like
You know, because it's like football when it started here. It started with what, 4 teams, and now I think they're up to 16.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, what a lot of rugby teams do is they'll have an A side and a B side, and then when they go to a tournament, they'll play 2 different games, and the B side is kind of for the more beginners who are still learning, and the A side is the more experienced people who want to be a little more competitive, a little more physical.
Okay. So it would be like you would have a San Diego Armada A team, San Diego Armada B team.
Right, and then we would still go travel and play.
But eventually you could
Together.
get to enough people for 4 teams or 16. Is that kind of the goal?
It would be a great problem to have, but we're just
You're not there yet.
we're not there
We're
yet.
not there yet.
How many people do you have?
Right now, it's difficult to tell because we're on the off season. I would say that we have about 25 active players from last season and a few seasons before, and then we have probably a group of around 40 people who actually come out, play touch, and hang out with us. So, but we always want more. We always want more players.
Well, you've been on this show now, so you'll have 600 players
Yay.
by the time that you have your season start.
Done.
But they'll all live in Dubai.
Oh,
Okay.
right, okay. Oh,
I don't
That means
know
they have money.
how good
Okay.
yeah, they can
You'll
sponsor
have
us.
fabulous new uniforms.
Yes.
So where do you guys practice at?
So we practice in Balboa Park. We're always there on Sundays from 11 till 1. And we normally practice at Zoo and Park Boulevard. Park Boulevard and Zoo Drive, and there's a small park there. And then we
So
also
over on the other side.
yes.
Yeah, on the far side of the parking lot.
And then we also practice on Monday nights 6 till 8, and then Wednesday nights 6 till 8, again in the same location.
And when the season starts, where do you have your games with?
We have had our games at Ocean Beach at Rob Field for the last few years. Apparently, Rob Field they're doing some work to it to get rid of, just to improve the grass and all that. So we're not sure where we'll be playing this year, but that's normally where we play.
You'll work that out before the season starts.
Yeah.
That'll be
And
figured
how
out.
much
Yeah,
does
a
it
couple
cost to join rugby?
It costs nothing to join. The initial cost is nothing. If you do want to play with us for the season, then the dues are $250.
And we have payment plans if people need to space it out. And then there's also a fee for the USA Rugby, which is basically kind of like a supplemental insurance. Should you get injured, it's kind of a requirement from USA Rugby to be a rugby team that all of your members have to belong to them.
Yeah. But if you just want to come along, try it out.
But-
no charge.
Touch is completely free.
Touch is free, and always
I
will be.
believe touch should be free.
We would advise that you get a pair of cleats, soccer cleats, if you want to come out, because then you'll get better grip. You won't fall over as much, slip up, and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, that's fine.
Maybe you should,
Oh no.
oh no, see?
No.
She already
Look,
knew where I was going.
I already know. I mean, I do love sports, but I love being an athletic supporter.
Support. You don't want to be the officiating. No,
No, I don't have time. No.
I don't know.
No, but I do love to watch. I totally love to watch.
Well, you inspired me. I think I'm going to go to softball school.
I think you should.
I totally
I played softball. Well, I've done all. I mean, I've played all of them, but
Maybe I should go to rugby officiating school. Do they have a
you
school for
totally
it?
should just become a rugby player.
No. I'm 800 years old. I don't want to teach rugby.
We actually have a lot of older guys
Thank
on our
you. I was going to
team.
say that.
One of
They're 12.
the
I'm
But no,
not
there
12.
are older people.
one of the best and fiercest guys on our team is probably in his 50s.
He's 53.
At least. He's 53.
Yeah.
And he is
Oldest guy.
See? I mean, you're close
one of the
to
tough
that. Well, you
players.
can still do it.
Little brick bones. And brittle and older-ish. I like the whole officiating thing better. Besides, I like my commands and rules. I mean, are there rules?
Okay, you're just really not coming up with a bunch of excuses.
I know. I can't help it.
Okay, so where is this 7th tournament going to be?
the seventh
That's
tournament
coming up.
is going to be at Rob Field as of right now on
I know.
July 27th in
27th.
Ocean Beach. So basically, right where the 8 ends,
Right.
Yeah.
it'll be right there, and there
Just
should
before
be.
Dog Beach.
Yes.
I love that.
And when does it, so what time does it start?
It's actually all day. It's organized by the old Aztecs. The old Aztecs are it's the SDSU rugby team, and these are the guys who used to play for SDSU. They're alumni, all that kind of stuff, and they have a huge following around here.
And they are really good.
They're really good.
We played them in the last Sevens tournament that I played in, and they were number 3 in the nation for several years.
We
On
have
this
some
Division
really good
2
rugby
rugby,
teams
they're
here.
really good.
Did you win?
We did not win.
Did you know there's
Do
also
they respect you, bro? I mean, are
They did.
They
It was
do.
actually a very fun game.
Do they even know that you're gay, or
they
do.
Yeah.
how do they know?
Well, we don't hide it, and there's plenty of guys on our team who are not as butch as we are. I'm not saying I am really butch, but well, I guess I am.
Look, she's not trying to backpedal that. She's
Yeah, I know. Did you know there's a women's rugby team in San Diego as well? They're called the San Diego Surfers.
have you won against them?
They are very good.
Yeah,
They
I
are
mean, I
actually
would not mess
amazing.
up with women.
Yeah, I didn't say no, but yeah, it was implied.
I would be like, no.
But they are
sound
really good.
fabulous.
They are really good. The surfers are really good. And they also welcome, they're purposely inclusive as well.
Are there any co-ed rugby teams?
There are no co-ed rugby teams, but for touch rugby is completely co-ed. So we welcome anybody who wants to come play with us for touch, male, female, whatever. Come and have fun. And several women actually come and play with us on Sundays.
Producer Kurt could do that.
Yeah.
And that would be.
I completely lost my train of thought on that. I just got a visual that I
Oh
can
my
never.
god. You guys are fabulous. Tell us your website again so everybody can go to
They
it.
haven't told us once yet. So I was just gonna ask where they can find us.
He did in the beginning.
So it's sdarmada.com.
And the Facebook page.
The Facebook
You have it
page.
written
Wait, I
down.
have it written down.
Look, he came with a bunch of notes, and I want to make sure that all
I've
of
got
his
notes too. I've
yeah,
got a whole filing
Oh,
pad.
look at his are all handwritten.
Handwritten.
Yeah.
Oh, they were under his ass.
Yes.
So it's www.facebook.com/SDArmadaRFC.
RFC. Don't forget the RFC.
RFC.
And read your mission statement because I actually read that and I love that.
Okay, so the
I
mission
really
statement.
like it.
The San
I love
Diego
mission statements.
The San Diego Armada Rugby Football Club is a purposefully inclusive and diverse nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting the sport of competitive rugby within San Diego and the Southern California region. We provide a safe and supportive environment where novice-level players can learn the game or improve their skills alongside some of our more experienced players. Our focus is on welcoming underrepresented groups, including gay and minority communities, and on fostering the social and community interactions that are a natural outgrowth of team sports. The San Diego Armada RFC is committed to the ethics of mutual respect and consideration, fair and safe play on the pitch, and providing a harassment-free sporting environment.
I love that.
Right.
I just love that.
See? That's going to be her new.
It makes me
status
feel like I want to go play rugby. I'm not going to.
Well,
And
that's why I said you should have.
if anybody wants to talk to us more about it, we are going to have a booth at Pride as well,
Yeah, you are.
and we'll be marching in the Pride Parade, so come and talk to
Now,
us.
what will you be wearing during the
In the
Please tell me
parade,
they're going to be very small.
there'll be short
It
shorts.
will be these
yeah.
and then our normal
And then
short
the
shorts.
jerseys. We'll be wearing
that
the
we
jerseys
wear.
as
They
well.
practically wear nothing on Sundays at the hole, so
Yeah.
which is
It is our uniform.
let's be real.
That's what we do.
It is hard. I'm not complaining.
And City Fest, will you guys be at City Fest? Do you do that?
We will be at City
We
Fest.
will be at City
We won't-
Fest.
I don't think we'll
I'm
have
not
a
sure if
booth, but we will definitely be there in uniform.
We will.
That's her favorite.
Yeah, that's.
I love City Fest too.
We will also have a Rugby 101 clinic the week after Pride. So if you want to find out more about rugby, if you want to just come along, find out the rules, meet the team, and just have a play around in a safe environment, then come
Sounds
along and
like
see
another
us.
group.
Right? Yeah, that came out wrong.
Yeah.
Safe.
All right. So what are these? So you have all these little things.
I think
Yes,
we covered
yes.
those.
We did.
All on the website.
I think we covered them all.
All right. Good.
Did we cover all your
I would make
points?
sure that all of your
Oh my
notes
goodness,
are
I've
taken
made a
care
lot
of.
of
Fundraising, 5K run, something something, 101 rugby, yada yada, gay rugby, yes.
Yeah, we covered
It
it.
looks all very amazing. Yes, good handwriting.
Thank you.
That's why I had to type. Mine's really bad.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm surprised. We were able to read that.
I could read it.
You? Did you you have ice cream on your
Maybe.
hiatus?
Maybe.
Because I noticed that you weren't wearing your glasses. Okay, we have to wrap this up because producer Kurt has to go to the movies. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys
for having
are
us.
awesome. Go to sdarmada.com and
Or find them
out-
on Facebook.
Or find them on Facebook. That RFG something something. I'm sure if you just
SC
type in
Armada
San Diego
RFC.
you'll find
Oh,
it.
yeah.
If you're friends with me, I'm friends with them, so you can.
Well, right.
Hot dogs.
Or just go to the Holes page and all of their photos are there where they're doing
Yeah.
very naughty things.
Or if you just want to find them, go to the Hole on Sunday.
Yes, absolutely.
Anytime.
All right, we won't see you next week because we're on vacation for the 4th
It's
of
the
July.
holiday.
We'll be back.
Well,
Later.
I'll be back after that.
You'll be back with maybe a special guest or two.
Yes, Taj is going to be my guest. host.
It was a surprise.
Oh,
All right,
Taj will be my guest.
we gotta go. Bye-bye.